journey home to your heart. Storytelling agents in America. Welcome to our home Storytopia. Asian America.
Once upon a time,
Storytopia.
not so long ago.
Once upon a time.
Storytopia.
Asian America. Storytopia.
Welcome to Spooky Stories from Asian American Storytopia. Now, we have two very spooky stories for you, so I hope you'll be okay. Just hold on to your chairs and we'll see you right soon. My name is Nancy and
I'm Robert.
that was Robert, and we are called Eth-Noh-Tec. Let's begin.
Something Po did better than most. Best merchant by trade.
Was his hawketing boast.
'Tis true, not bad.
He'd bargain at the marketplace and get the most.
'Tis true, not bad. Something Po did better than most.
But one day he was walking and he met up with a ghost. Say, who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I asked you first.
I'm in a hurry.
Who are you?
Well, who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm a ghost.
Did you just say ghost? Then, I'm a ghost too.
You don't look like a ghost.
Well, that's because I'm a new ghost. a
new ghost. Well, where are you going?
That depends. Where are you going?
I asked you first.
No, where are you going?
Where are you going?
Oh, never mind me. I'm just going to town. Bye-bye.
Then so will I. Oh, you're so slow and clumsy for a ghost. Are you sure you're a ghost?
I just died.
When?
Just before you came by. a
Brand new ghost. I'm getting tired of walking. Why don't we float to town?
Did you just say float?
Oh, well, you do know how to float.
Well, I'm kind of new in all this. I don't know much about floating, but I have a better idea. Let's take turns carrying each other.
Huh?
I'll go first, like this. So light.
So light.
So light.
So light.
Yes, light.
Say, my turn.
Never mind.
My turn.
No, actually, I don't mind
My
at all.
turn,
No,
my
please,
turn,
I don't
my
mind.
turn,
Please,
my
I
turn,
insist.
my
Oh,
turn,
no.
you. Oh, you're so heavy for a ghost.
Well, that's because I'm having a in-the-body experience.
What?
Oh, see, listen, I don't know much about being a ghost, but
Well, then it's about time you learned a few new things.
Learn?
Such as hovering.
Oh, hovering.
And hunting people to death.
Haunting.
And disappearing, too.
Disappearing. Hey, where'd you go?
Boo!
Boo to you too.
Most important of all.
Important?
Is learning the incredible power. Of
Fear.
Fear.
We ghosts aren't afraid of anything.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well. One thing.
Oh, we ghosts are afraid of one thing?
A person's spit. For you see that when you get the hang of
I'll get the hang of it.
you will find that we ghosts
That's us.
can change our shape.
We can change our shape?
Into anything.
Anything?
Anything that brings about fear.
Oh, fear. Change our shape. Ooh, fear. That's right, fear.
Yeah, but when one of us is in a shape
When we've changed into a shape,
and someone comes along and spits on us, we're stuck
we're stuck
in that shape.
in that shape.
Forever.
Forever change our shape. Ooh, haunting, hovering. Ooh, fear, fear, fear. Boo, 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 boo,
Oh.
boo, 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 boo.
What was that?
What was what?
That look
Where?
in your eyes.
I think it's time for a floating lesson
No,
now.
I've seen it before.
No, you haven't.
I have.
Don't say
Oh,
it.
oh! It's fear!
Oh, fear!
Oh, you are not a ghost.
I am
no,
a
you're
ghost.
Not a ghost.
I am
no,
a ghost.
You're not a ghost.
I am a ghost. I'm the ghost. You're not the ghost.
Oh, I am to the ghost. You're not a ghost.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. All right, then. If you say you're a ghost, then you have to prove it to me.
So
Change into a shape.
the a demon.
Oh, can you do serpent?
A serpent.
Oh, how about tiger?
Tiger.
Ooh, look at those stripes. Can you do scorpion for me?
A scorpion.
Oh, 'tis true.
Tis true.
'Tis true indeed. Well, I bet you can't change into a sheep.
Of course I can change into a sheep.
No, you can't.
Yes, again.
No, you can't.
I can.
You can't.
Again.
You can't.
Again.
Nah. Nah. All right, then. If you're a ghost, you can change into something, then change into a sheep.
I can change into a sheep easily. Here, yes it is. Here it comes.
It's true. You've changed into a sheep indeed.
Bah.
Patooey.
Oh.
Now you're stuck as a sheep forever. With a sheep on his back, all tied and bound, he headed for the marketplace in the town. Sung Ting Po did better than most.
He made 1,500 coins just by selling a ghost.
'Tis true,
Not bad.
A folktale from Japan called Odoru Gaikotsu, the Dancing Skeleton. Mukashi, mukashi, aru tokoro ni. Once upon a time, in the land of Japan, a boy's mother called out, "Jiro, stay away from that boy Taro. He's trouble." But Jiro was torn. He knew his mother was right, but Jiro was bored, tired of being in that tiny poor village, and Taro, that older teen, was his one way out. Or though he thought it was. Trouble? Who, me? Hey, trouble's fun, Jiro. Hey, by the way, the big city? Now that's where the real fun is. The big city? Oh, what's it like? Is there music? Is there dancing? Oh, I love dancing. Wait till you see how the ladies dance in the big city. Now, we're getting out of here tonight. Now, we're going to need some cash, too. Oh, poor Jiro, like many times before, was coaxed into borrowing from his parents while they slept. And so by morning, both young teens were gone, scrambling down the road with small coins jingling at their side. King. Now, after a few days of travel, hey, Taro, let's take a peek at the coins you got. Huh. Whoa, gold coins. That'll last a while. All I have is copper. Good job, Jiro. But as they handed the bag back to Jiro, there was still a glint of gold twinkling in the greedy eye of his so-called friend. Oh, I can't wait to get there. Oh, I can't wait. I want to do the dancing myself. I want to dance too. You like dancing, don't you? Well, there'll be plenty of dancing. Hey, Jiro, you're good at dancing. Why don't you show me one? Well, Jiro, always eager to dance, started prancing about, whirling and twirling, but as he turned his back, he didn't notice that Taro, his so-called best friend, had picked up a rather large stone. The best dance of all, Taro muttered, is your last call. Poor Jiro crumpled to the ground, his poor body laying in the grass. Taro grabbed that bag of gold and off he went down the road. And the only witness to that horrible crime was the tall grass blowing in the cold wind. Sawa, 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 sawa. The days went by. Sawa, 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 sawa. Weeks turned into months. Then it passed into a year. Sawa, 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 sawa. Meanwhile, life in the big city for Taro was grand. Wine and women, a round of sake for everyone. He gambled here and there. Ha ha, kitty kink kink kink. Ha, you win some, kitty kink 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 kink, and you lose some, kitty kink kink kink, and you lose more, kitty kink kink, and more, kitty kink kink, and soon all the coins were gone. Well, now that Taro was completely broke, he decided to head back down the road, back to his village. Back down that old familiar road, passing that old familiar field of the tall grass. Sawa, 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 sawa. When suddenly he heard, Taro. Huh? Who's the... Taro-ka-chan. He wandered through the grass and he saw through the grass there was something coming from a pile of tattered heap of old rotting clothes. Jiro's clothes. Taro. A pile of bones. Taro-ka-chan. And on that pile, Jiro's skull, making the sound of... Taro, I've been waiting for you. Ooh, come here, Taro. Is that really you? Come here. Boo! Jiro, is that really you? No bones about it. It's me, of course. How was your time in the big city? It was great. I was just heading back home. How are you, Jiro? Dead. Quite dead. No thanks to you, but no hard feelings. I've kept up my spirits, so to speak, by dancing. Want to see one? Oh, sure. You asked me to show you a dance long ago, you remember? Oh, yeah. I said the best dance. Yeah, it was the last. Remember? Sure. Watch this. And Jiro's talking skull spoke. I'm now calling myself Odoru Gaikotsu, a dancing skeleton. Kachi, and the skeleton rattled and took form. The skull on top bounced and giggled, and it leaped and whirled, and rattled all about, and it crumpled to the ground. Now, a bony finger rose out of the pile. Lean in real close. Shh. I like to end each dance with the sound. Boo! Jiro, what do you want from me? Why, I want to thank you, of course. After all, now I can really shake a leg right down to the bones. Gotcha. And I really want to thank you by making you rich. Rich how? I'll be your entertainer. I'll be your Odoru Gaikotsu, the dancing skeleton. A show like that can make a lot of money. Okane. All you gotta do is say the magic words. Call my name. Odoru Gaikotsu, dancing skeleton. Well, who was Taro to argue with a pile of bones and a talking skull? He gathered up the bones, flummed them into a bag, slung them over his shoulder, and set out on the road again. He wandered down the road, entered a nearby village, opened up the bag, and spread out the bones with Jiro's skull. as the curious villagers gathered around. Taro said and called out the magic name of the bones, Odoru Gaikotsu, and suddenly the skeleton wheeled into place. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. The skull began to giggle. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. It leaped and swirled all around. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Then danced about and crumpled to the ground. The villagers were amazed, and they leaned in real close to that summoning finger. And as they leaned in real close, Jiro's skull said, "Boo! Ah!" The crowd went wild. Oh, old man cheered, the old women howled, and the children screamed with giggly delight as they began tossing many copper coins at Taro's feet. Kitty king 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 king! Ha ha! I'll be rich! Kitty king king king! He then stuffed the bones in the bag, and off he went to the next village. When he arrived there, he set it all up again in the center of the town. Again, he laid out the bones and spoke, "Dancing skeleton, Odoru Gaikotsu," and the bones wiggled up, and the grinning skull giggled, and it leaped all around and swirled about, and then crumpled to the ground. As the villagers leaned in really close, and that bony finger summoned them closer and surprised them. The boo! Ah! The crowd roared each time as now silver coins showered down upon Taro. And that's how it went. Day after day, from town to town. As the dancing skeleton danced around, the coins rained down, 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 down. Now, one day, after a performance in what seemed like a familiar town, he packed up the bones and was about to leave when he heard a voice from behind. "Taro, have you seen my son Jiro?" Then pretending not to hear Jiro's mother's voice. "Taro, where is my son Jiro?" He dared not look her in the eyes. I don't know. Is he in trouble? Trouble! Oh, trouble! No. He's not in trouble. He's out there in the big city having fun. You know, the wine and the dancing women. You know, he loved to dance. And gambling his money all the time. Now, I tried to convince him to come home, but no. He said, "Never coming back. No fun in this village. By the way, I've got to get going now." And so he gathered up the last of his things, and Taro ran as fast as he could away from the village. When suddenly he heard a voice from the bag of bones. "Psst, Taro. Who was that back there?" No one. Just some troublemaker." He closed up that bag, slung it over his shoulder, and then scampered down to the road, down the next town. "Odoru Gaikotsu!" And the next day, another town, "Dancing skeleton!" And day after day, from town to town, the flames of excitement spread across the land, and his reputation grew as well. And with good luck, eventually, with great reputation spread, he earned an invitation to perform in the imperial palace. Around him, a spectacle of banners fluttered. A nobility garbed in fine silks swished in, the samurais and the ladies of the court and the generals, as the emperor himself entered and looked. There in the court was Taro and his bag. "Now listen, Jiro, this is our big chance." And Jiro said, "I know, the last dance, remember?" Once again, that greedy glint sparkled in Taro's eyes as he thought about the emperor's gold. He laid out those bones and watched the royal crowd ooh and ah. "Hajime, begin your presentation," shouted the samurai general. "Your Excellence, for your imperial entertainment, let me introduce to you the dancing skeleton, Odoru Gaikotsu." He called out the magic name. But the bones lay silent. Again. "Your Highness, I present to you Odoru Gaikotsu, the dancing skeleton. But still, there was silence. Odoru Gaikotsu, Odoru Gaikotsu. Cheeto, wake up, come on, show them what you can do. Nothing moved. Dancing skeleton, Odoru Gaikotsu. Cheeto, come on, you've got to show. He must be a fake, shouted the ministers. A phony, cried the generals. He's trying to make a fool of us, of His Highness. The emperor scowled, and then, with a flick of his wrist, take him away. No, your highness, it's true. The skeleton can dance. It can speak too. I know him personally. Well, we do this all the time. He's more than just a pile of bones. No. He was my friend, Jiro, my friend. And I know he's a skeleton now, but he can come alive, even though I killed him myself. He can dance. Nani? Killed him yourself? Then here's your just reward. Execute him now. The samurai sword was swift, and poor Taro's head hit the ground and tumbled all around and rolled till it stopped face to face, staring into the hollow gaze of a very silent skull. Taro's body twitched about in a strange jerky dance, and then lay still. Finally the skull whispered, "The best dance was the last." But no one else heard that, only the breeze that wafted in through the palace. Sawa, 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 sawa. Now, what became of Jiro's bones? Some say the bones were merely dumped outside the imperial gates, or maybe some stray dogs ran off with them. Others say they were tossed out in some lonely grass field. Sawa, 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 sawa. And someday, maybe you'll go to Japan. Sawa, 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 sawa. Down a lonely road on a cool and windy day. Sawa, 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 sawa. And you happen to come across some bones that wiggle in place. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. And it might be a skeleton rising up with a grinning face. It'll whirl and leap around and crumple to the ground. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. And call you real close till you lean down. And if you're really close, you might hear the sound of boo! Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Meditashi, meditashi. The end.
Well, I hope those stories creeped you out enough. Thank you so much for joining Asian American Storytopia Spooky Stories. And if you liked what you saw, please click like. And if you haven't subscribed, well, if you subscribe, then you'll know what's coming next. Not that I hope, but happy Halloween.
Did you say happy? Halloween!
Sayonara. That's Japanese for goodbye.